Hey, you guys, welcome back to my channel, Fit to Be Queen, with your girl Abby or Abigail, whichever one you like. Thank you for joining me today, you guys. I know it has been a little while since I've uploaded any videos, but sometimes a girl gotta go take some time and get yourself together. But as usual, you guys, I know you seen the title to my video, so I definitely want to talk about this. I have seen on social media and different places like that where, different people are using it as humor. I don't know if that's how they seriously feel about it or whatever. But as a woman, I just feel like, oh my God, I got some lint from my clothes on my lip. But I just feel like I need to speak up and say something because everybody's entitled to their opinion. So here's mine. Okay, you guys, so I want to talk about this male birth control that, different people is talking about. I keep seeing it on social media and different places like that. I had to just go look and see, like, okay, how long they've been talking about this. And even in your YouTube search, they've been going for this about 6 years now, as far as what I can see. Okay, so allegedly, and I have to say allegedly because I do not know all the facts and I don't know all the facts to be true, but I know it's presenting itself, so I have an opinion. So allegedly, they are or have produced this birth control for males. And one deal that I seen was, okay, they were going to put it in pill form. And then the other deal that I seen was that they're going to inject it into the male member in order to use this birth control. Okay, so what drew my attention, you guys, to what's going on is some of the comments by a lot of other women, and I'm going to say black women, because that's my standpoint and that's my perspective. That's my everyday life, okay? As a black woman, that they're like, oh, great, these guys need it, and blase skip or whatever. Like I said, this is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but what I really, really want to say on the inner of who Abigail is, or Abby, whichever one you like, shut your dumb ass up. Put some thought into what you're saying before you open your mouth, because this sounds crazy. What it sounds like to me is the same craziness that birth control is to women. For one, let me start here. The birth control for women is horrible. For one, I've experienced it myself, and I will honestly and openly say I got my tubes tied, and which I will say I wish I never did it. This is why I'm also against the male birth control, okay? So the female birth control, I took that. The pills made me feel like I had morning sickness, and it gave me vertigo. The patch burnt me. The ring, I tried it once. I think that's nasty. I'm the type of woman that when I use the bathroom 1 or 2, I need to wash. And some of y'all think a bidet is something weird, and it's not. You need to wash and keep yourself extra clean. Just don't throw your panties back up on that. So I thought the ring was just nasty, just like sitting there, like, no. And then they have other things that they can surgically implant. Now, I'm not letting you cut on me to implant anything, and I've heard a lot of other women say they still even got pregnant, with their implants and things like that. I've also, with the shot, I'll admit again, I feel like it made me bipolar. One time I cried over a cheeseburger. I was not pregnant. This does not make no sense. It also made my bones ache, which I learned later, it depletes the calcium out of your bones. So I felt like as physicians, they should give you that prenatal vitamin or something to a high potency to block you from those side effects. But in the medicine we live in today, if ain't nothing wrong with you and they don't have nothing to cure, then they don't have no business. So, what's the point? Unless you just find you a good doctor, and there are some good doctors out there. Okay, so that's just a quick over of birth control for me. And drop me in the comments your stories. Have you experienced anything with your birth control as a woman? Now, as a woman, getting my tubes tied, it affected me in different ways. I had hot flashes early, night sweats. I literally felt the change within my body. That's why I wish I wouldn't have did it, because there was other ways to make sure that I wasn't causing a pregnancy, which I'm going to get into. Okay, so my thinking is that if I felt some type of way in my body and it made different changes within me, for me as a woman to have that type of birth control, what do you think it's going to do to the men when they are not producing proper sperm? At the end of the day, I just feel like the man and the woman genital and different things that is going on within the medical field, y'all need to stop playing with God. Like, let God have that. For one, I feel like it takes the accountability away. Okay? So no, you can't just go and sleep around and do what you want to do because you popped this birth control. Why don't you take some accountability? Use some judgment about what you're doing, and then there wouldn't be such of a problem if there is children produced. That is on both sides. Woman, you know when you ovulate, and pay attention to yourself. And if you're not, as a man, I would think twice about dealing with this woman who don't even know her own body and don't even have interest in learning in it. You know when you ovulated. If you don't, there are many YouTubes and books and everything else that caters to women and the knowledge of your body, and you picking up on your own cycles and knowing when ovulation occurs. It's not a mystery. It's a lot of information out there. So you yourself as a woman could stop yourself from getting pregnant on a percentile, because some things just happen in God's work, from getting pregnant. Now, men, stop being quick to just do what you do, because I feel like this: if you is quick to go run to get that birth control to where they're going to make you take a pill that can cause you to have some type of erectile dysfunction when that's already a problem, and that is going to mess with you psychologically, or have them stick a needle in your member so you don't have kids for the next 13 years. Okay, allegedly 13 years, because I mean, really think about this. And at the end of the day, I know some people, because they always working on women. If you don't realize as a woman you get worked on to control what's going on all around, start paying attention. I have one son, and I want my one son to carry on his last name so he has a legacy. So you're not going to inject him with nothing that's going to make him sterile, nor as a mother am I going to push because I think, oh, he might be active in his life. You know, there is a dad, a uncle, a brother, a mentor, a coach. There's somebody that these kids can talk to. Step up and make these men start valuing their self more. The same way we talk to our young ladies. Value yourself more. I hope you are. Tell them that your whole life ain't about a boy or what your friends think you should be doing. Talk to these young men the same way. But it's being very hard and complicated because half of these people who should be telling the children these things don't. So, in my opinion, why don't y'all make a damn shot or pill that develops people's moral compass to open? Because at the end of the day, it just doesn't make any sense. And this is not my secondary thought, but you know, you could call it being a conspiracy theorist or whatever. But a lot of this to me is population control. Because if you go Google, black, brown, and yellow people are not having a problem producing. We are not the ones who are having a problem producing children. And if you want to go back historically, we can go back to Moses with the story where old Pharaoh said they is producing too fast. So we have went through selling off of our men, cutting off their members, placing them in prisons, which is still modern day slavery. Read it. It says if you become a criminal, you are back into bondage in slavery. So they're taking our man for that. We have drugs. We have everything else that's going on. And now we want to commission the idea that our men need birth control. And you have these dumb, simple ass women who, because you have no foundation for yourself to be like, I am valuable. Oh, I'm glad he gonna get that because then we can steal and I can steal it. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you can be all the bad bees you want. You can be all of that. But the truth is, you can't reproduce children without that man. And you never know when you, as a woman, engage these things and you make it seem like it's okay and ha, it's a joke. This is also mental conditioning. You don't take it serious. So if you as a woman don't use those instincts that God gave you to take it serious, that they're saying, okay, yo, we've developed a drug, or that's what it is, to make your man body or your son body not produce properly. So there is no more family for you. It's done. Okay? It's done. It's already enough that our children are being exposed. Now, I'm not against it. I don't live for it. That's your business. But our children are being exposed to all of this bisexual, gay, lesbian, tranny, all this other activity, and they seeing this more than phonics is even being taught in the school. And by the way, they don't teach your kids phonics. They also don't even teach them what the word means. So when they reading, they have no idea of what they're reading, i.e. you cannot read. So let me get back to the subject, woman. If you keep upholding these things and you keep on acting like, oh, it's not that serious, instead of you being like, you know what, I'm offended by that right there. What you will not do in the realm of a queen, so I'm going to speak, this my opinion, like I said, you're not making no birth control for my man. You're not making no birth control for my son. And I'm going to pass on the information, because what you do need to do is stop playing with God's work. And what you need to do as an individual, as a person, instead of running towards these foreign things, because there are natural things, there are natural herbs that you can use if only you would stop making your body so toxic and it giving the herbs a hard time to fight through all your toxicity and change your mind. You can control what's going on with your body. Your body will respond to what you're feeding it. You can talk to each other. You know, you are one with you, and you have to do something with it. And you, woman, are also one with every being and everything on this earth. That's why you have great intuition. That's why God made you the source of delivery and incubation for life. See, nobody else can do that. No, nobody else. No, you can go, no, it's a lot of things you can do, but you can't make dirt. You can't make dirt. And you need to be a woman to make babies. And at the end of the day, you might not be that man's mama. And I'm not telling you to play the mama role to no man. But I do charge myself when I put myself in the realm of love and knowing that it's reciprocity to protect. So I, as my personal opinion, think that they need to take this male birth control, get the hell on with all that. Always trying to make new drugs and controlling the body and things that just don't need to happen. And I really think y'all need to take more accountability, and you should be a little bit more serious. Like, you know, joke, laugh, have fun, but be a little more serious about what you're saying in life, because you never know when maybe somebody who's created this, they might have some good intention for it. Okay? Because I do believe there are some men who should not be able to have children. Okay? But then when you even gear it that way, if it's in the wrong hands and the wrong thought process, then how would that criminalize a person who, or villainize the person to say, okay, yeah, this man deserves this injection to not be able to make children? Based off what? What? I mean, there's just so many things that are built to just break a man down, period. So just like being like, oh yeah, because I'm glad they need that, and it just depends on like where you coming from with it, and put some real thought behind it, especially if you're raising a young man and you got, I don't know nobody who don't have no males in their family. So you really have to think about this on all levels before you say something just out your mouth, because I think it's like very ignorant to talk too fast on something that could be crucial later for your legacy, the future, you know, just knowledge of us as a people. We're not going to be able to reproduce no more. Yeah, a lot of y'all need to slow down. But like I said, it's a dual thing. This is just my opinion. And if you guys are going to make anything a pill, a shot, let's make something that opens up people's moral compass and not do the things that they shouldn't be doing. That way you don't feel like you have to control somebody with a medicine or a drug for life not to happen. That's just me. That's what I think. Now, you ain't got to agree, but tell me how you feel about male contraceptive. Not male contraceptive, well, I guess, yeah, it's a contraceptive. You know, the birth control. I lost my thought for a quick second. But you guys, yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about the male birth control. If you think they should cut it out. If you think it's a good thing, you know, just drop your comments. And I am so glad to be back with ya. Because I don't know what's going on with you guys. So holla at me, because you know I'm going to holla back. You can always inbox me on any of my social sites, which will be in the details below. And you can leave me topics or your story, and I will not say your name. At fittobequeen365@gmail.com. So peace, blessings, love you guys, and keep it on the up and up. Good vibes only.